Alright, babes, it's tarot time again. Today we're diving into Earth sign energy for September love. Yes, I do know it is still August. Actually, I don't know when I'm publishing this. Maybe it might not be by the time this comes up. I'm not sure. But Virgo season is breathing down our necks, and I am prepared. So we are starting off with Capricorn, of course, but don't worry, my Taurus and Virgo lovelies. We are going to get to you right after. This whole video is going to be actually quick housekeeping before we start, for the sake of my sanity and keeping this video moving. I will be shuffling off camera, laying out the cards, taking them to just kind of vibe with them and kind of, resonate with them before we dive in, because I just want to keep this moving with how many tarot readings I'm going to be doing today. I really have to do it that way for my sanity. I used to do them live on Twitch, and I would, do it the normal way, but I had to pause for an airplane or a helicopter or whatever that was, I don't know. Anyways, for decks today, we are going to be using the Final Rose Tarot, which is a little bit different than the traditional Rider-Waite and just other tarot decks. So if you see a card and think, that's not how it usually looks, that's on purpose. We're going to be spicing things up. It just called to me for today's reading, and I am an intuitive-based reader. We are also working with the Hidden Truth Volume 2 by All Things Intuitive. I really love this deck. I don't even know if they still sell these. I haven't obviously looked for them in a while because I already own them. I do love their decks, though. I have most of the decks that they've sold. I really need to look up if they have any new ones. Anyways. I don't really like this deck normally, but it really was calling to me, so we're going to use it. We have the Angel Answers Oracle deck by, I think, Dorian Virtue, but I think someone else made this one too. I can't see from here. Anyways, that is it for the direct things, and let's go ahead and get into Capricorn then. Alright, Capricorn, this will be your September love reading. So first up here we have the Ace of Flutes. And in the Final Rose Tarot, this is about emotional beginnings and new waves of connection. For my Capricorns in a relationship, this isn't just, oh, we're having a nice day energy. This is kind of like an emotional or a romantic reboot. The kind where you actually feel giddy again. For singles, it's that first spark with someone maybe new, or maybe a surprise re-entry of someone you thought was gone for good. Either way, September is starting with a big inhale of fresh romantic air. I love that for you, Capricorn. Next up here, we have the, I don't like that sound. That's the second time I've had to pause this recording because of an airplane. Anyways, next up we have the Three of Roses, Next Destination. Traditionally this card is forward movement, setting your sights on what's next. But here, paired with the Ace of Flutes, I'm seeing a situation where you're not just moving forward blindly. There's a choice to be made about how or with whom you move forward. And for some of you, this could be a literal trip that changes the tone of a relationship. For others, it's more about deciding whether to take a new emotional direction or stay on the path you're on. And Capricorns, you don't do detours lightly. Okay, and then next up we have the Major Arcana 21, the Fans. And this is where the plot thickens. This is about outside eyes on your love life. And sometimes that's supportive friends, but a lot of the time it's gossip, opinions, and the subtle pressure of knowing people are watching. the traditional travel decision slash energy travel slash decision energy from the Three of Roses. This could be people weighing in on your choices, or even an ex sniffing around when they see you happy. It could also point to someone in your life having more than one admirer, where there's like a competitive edge that starts creeping in. And the reason I say that a lot too is because that's doubled down by your overall energy. Here we have the Major Arcana 00, the contestant. Literally someone being chosen, you or your person may feel like they're in the running for someone's heart, or just like the relationship itself is under a trial period. The pressure is there, whether it's real or imagined. And then we have the Angel Oracle card. Normally this is for direct answers, but your Angel Answers card is abundance. And sure, abundance can mean blessings and prosperity. But here, it feels like more of an abundance of paths, emotions, and people in the mix. That can be exciting, but it also can make it very hard to see the truth clearly. It's easy to get distracted by shiny options. And then we have the Hidden Truth, Volume 2. We have Will You Ever Make Things Right? And that is the kind of like unfinished business vibe. Maybe it's a question you're holding on to, or maybe it's what someone else is silently asking you. Either way, it's hidden truth. Combined with the rest of the spread, I feel like September could bring a moment where either a past connection resurfaces or a current one forces you to face unresolved feelings. So Capricorn, September's love life for you is like a season finale cliffhanger. Fresh starts, new destinations, but also outside drama, and maybe a little competition. Stay grounded in what you want, not what the audience wants to see. Abundance is great, but not every option deserves your time. Choose the one that truly aligns with your long-term vision. Either way, we could have a lot worse of a September reading. I know that life can be stressful sometimes, but hopefully you're able to make the most out of your September. And I hope that you have a great September, Capricorn, and I will see you next month for your next love reading, unless I decide to do like a general reading or something. I don't know what we're doing. We're just vibing. I'll see you later, Capricorn. Okay, Taurus, hello. Welcome to your September love reading. And let's just go ahead and get into the card. If you want to know more about why we're doing the reading we are today or anything else, that's in the intro. Shouldn't have skipped it. I'm kidding. Anyways, card number 1 is the Queen of Roses, Beauty Queen. Okay, alright, Taurus. So we're starting off with this. And in the Final Rose Tarot, this parallels the Queen of Wands, which is magnetic, attractive, and fully aware of the attention they draw. But what's interesting here is the sash says Miss USA second place. That's already giving me close but not quite energy. Someone may feel overlooked, or like they're always almost the chosen one. This could be you in love this month, or it could be the person you're dealing with. And next up we have the Seven of Roses card. And it says drama at the bottom. And yes, it's as chaotic as it sounds. In the traditional tarot, this would be the Seven of Wands, and it's about defending your position. But here it's tangled with gossip, misunderstandings, or people stirring up the pot. Next to the Queen of almost said Queen of Wands, if not that in this deck. That's why I was like, wait, is that what I want to call it? No. Next to the Beauty Queen card, the card we just talked about, I'm getting this sense of competition, jealousy, or just a messy outside influences trying to insert themselves into your life. Basically, grab the popcorn, but don't let yourself get dragged into the performance. Card number 3, we have the King of Roses, executive producer. So we have the Queen of Roses at the first card, and then King of Roses is the last card. This card suggests someone who holds the reins, calls the shots, and may even be pulling strings behind the scenes. With it sitting next to the Beauty Queen and the Drama card, this could be a connection with power imbalances. Maybe one person is controlling the narrative or keeping the upper hand emotionally. And paired with the next card, I can't ignore the possibility of a relationship dynamic that just feels toxic. Or maybe done. So the overall energy here is Major Arcana number 13, the End. Which is the Death card in the traditional tarot. Now, before you panic, death doesn't always mean something tragic. It can mean transformation, shedding old patterns, or walking away from something that's just run its course. But in this spread, with the drama and control energy, I'm feeling this might be a month where a certain chapter needs to close for your own peace. And then we have the next oracle. Wow. The next oracle card here. Take action. Your angel answers card says take action, so that tells me that this isn't a month to sit on your feelings and hope they sort themselves out. If you've been waiting for clarity or change, September is about deciding whether you're stepping forward into something new or putting your foot down on what no longer works. And you have, for the Hidden Truth, Volume 2, I miss hearing your voice. This could be a literal longing from someone you've been distant from, or it could be your own heart pulling you towards a connection that's gone quiet. There was a motorcycle going by, but it was actually quiet, and I was like, do I have to pause? Anyways, this could be a little connection you've been distant from, or someone you've been distant from, or it could be your own heart pulling you towards a connection that's gone quiet. It reinforces that some kind of emotional gap is here. Whether you bridge it or let it stay closed, it's going to be on your call. So, Taurus, September, motorcycle. September in love is looks like it's calling for honesty and with yourself and with anyone you're connected to. You may be standing in the spotlight, but behind the scenes there's drama, control, and a decision looming. So take action where you need to, close the doors that need closing, and don't get stuck playing a role just to keep the audience happy. So that is your reading for September. Honestly, I feel like this wasn't like a positive reading, but it definitely could have been worse. Like, we're not getting the energy that like crazy something's happening this month, but there is some decisions to be made, and there may be some hard decisions to make. So that is your reading for you for September. I don't know if I'm going to be doing readings other than just love. I don't think that most of my ASMR audience really likes these tarot readings, so don't know. But I enjoy making them, so I'm going to continue making at least the love ones. But I don't think anyone's interested in seeing anything other than the love ones, so I'll probably see you next month for the next love reading. I will see you next month, Taurus, and have a good September. Alright. Oh no. Another loud vehicle going past. There really needs to be like restrictions on how loud vehicles can be. I thought there was, but apparently not. Anyways, I thought that was better to get another one. Hello, Virgos. Welcome to your September love reading. I always feel the need to say this in the Virgo readings. My sun sign's Virgo too, so I feel you were in this together. And let's go ahead and talk about what we got going on in September. So the first card here for love in September is the Five of Roses, competition. This is that tension of feeling that you're up against someone else, whether it's real or just perceived. For some of you, there is a third energy in this mix. For others, you could be in your own mind running with insecurities and thinking you have to win someone's attention, when really you don't. Either way, it's the spark that sets the rest of this reading in motion. So, next up, we have the Seven of Flutes, the Edit. Traditionally, this card is about fantasy, choices, illusions, but here I'm getting something specific. Someone's rewriting the narrative to make it look a certain way. It could be downplaying a connection, pretending there's no competition, or putting on a nothing's going on mask, whether that's you or them. There's a bit of a selective storytelling happening here. Storytelling. Okay, let me sit up for this one. Next up, we have the the Four of Flutes, connection, or reflection. I just can't read today. Reflection. This is a deep breath, the step back, the moment where you start quietly planting seeds for what's to come. For some, this is where you start to realize that your feelings, or someone else's feelings, are shifting. For others, this is the point where you weigh what's real versus what's imagined. Either way, it's setting the stage for the next chapter. And your overall energy is the Two of Roses, the date card. Yes, this can be literal, but it also symbolizes an emotional crossroads. It's that choice between staying where you are or leaning towards a new opportunity. For some, that's an actual new romantic interest. For others, it's deciding how to breathe life back into an existing connection. Okay, and then for oracle cards, we have the Angel Answers oracle card is within the next few months. This isn't a quick burn. Whatever September sparks in your love life is something that's going to develop over time. This could be a slow shift in feelings, a reconnection, or a decision that finally lands later this year. Possibly around the holidays. We are in September. A few months away is December, January kind of area. Yeah. The Hidden Truth Volume 2 Oracle card for you is I Can Be Myself With You. And from the Hidden Truth deck, I Can Be Myself With You, this could be a current partner, a new spark, or even an old flame that feels like home. For singles, this could point to meeting someone you immediately click with, though it's possible they or you have lingering ties elsewhere. For those in relationships, that could mean rediscovering that safe, authentic space with your partner, or realizing you crave it, or need to create it. So, Virgo, September feels like the prologue of a bigger love story. There's competition energy, whether real or imagined, and And someone may be editing the truth. Reflection is key this month. Use it to decide whether you're feeling or you're feeding an illusion or investing in something authentic. Whatever happens, know this. The real movement comes in the next few months. So play the long game and don't rush your heart's decisions. Maybe it's because of my moon and rising sign, but that is really hard for me to do. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, Virgo. I don't know that I will be doing anything else other than next month's love readings. I might see you next month. I don't think anyone in this ASMR audience we have here really likes these tarot readings that much, so I don't know that I'll be doing like general readings or career readings or anything. But if you are interested in general or career or something specific like that, let me know. I will consider it, even if it's not this month. Maybe I'll add it to the roster for later. Anyways, thank you for being here with me today, Virgo, and all the other Earth signs if you're still here. And I do appreciate it, and I will see you later. Blessed be.